See if we can smoke this thing. Oh, catch a fire. I rolled this up with my my vape pen leaked out, so I spread the shit on my book of rolling papers. I didn't really mean to, but it ended up affecting all over the paper stuff. Confused with that. I am here to be sad. Let's tell a sob story. So I did everything I was supposed to do today. Did everything I set out to do. I accomplished it, and then some. I got down to the place where I was supposed to be my kid. I was early, ready to go, ready to fucking take that breathalyzer and chill out my money. And they call and she says, "Oh no, we didn't have anything scheduled today." Okay, because I'm sure I confirmed this. Like the lady at the center was like, "Yeah, I remember having that conversation too," and she had it written down. But I guess the kid's mom just conveniently forgot or something. So I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna work out. If it's gonna be fair, and just like me, if I show up, if she shows up and I don't and I'm not there or I'm late, I have to pay and I don't get the visit, right? So and it's supposed to be the same thing for her. So if I show up and we're scheduled, she's supposed to have to pay the cost of that visit because I showed up, right? Like that's the way that works. So I don't know how this is. So I got one, she's got one. Is it just going to even out now, or how are we going to do that? I don't know. But it's definitely not, not right. She doesn't have to fucking pay just like I do. So, yeah, disappointment. But proud of myself. I made it down there. I got to see some sights. Tried some extreme pizza. It's extreme. No, it's pretty good, pretty darn good. Um, and they have like big, like New York style slices, like quarter pizza or whatever. Um, so that's cool. But yeah, and so I went and I took. It was weird, and like coming back when I was looking around, my phone was about to die. I got it down to like 1%. I made it back with 1%, but I had to shut my phone off for a while, all that good stuff. Because I forgot they're not as friendly down here. So up in the North Bay, a lot of the transit, the public transit have like power stations on the buses or at the transit centers and stuff. But down here, not so much. No, no, there's no power out here in the East Bay. Like, fuck you. And I forgot too, they have the outlets locked up at the place. So even at the center where I was gonna go visit my kid, like I forgot they have little like uh, outlet covers with locks on them on all the outlets there. So I was like, oh cool, can't charge my phone there either. Uh, so yeah, it was great. But I made it back with like 1% on my battery, and but as I'm riding back, because I can't use my phone at all, I got to save it for emergency or something, make sure I know how the fuck I'm getting home because I had to take a different route and I something new for me. And I realized that it was the part of the BART route was like the same route that I had to take back from jail. I went past my kid's house, um, where I could like literally see it, like off in the distance as I was riding past on the train, and then get on the fucking bus out here, and it's supposed to be like this rapid route. So it runs all the way down San Pablo Avenue. And like if you look at it, like San Pablo runs like the length of, so it runs from Oakland to my, to my neighborhood in San Pablo here, and like everywhere in between. And I was tripping out, like looking around at all the, different little spots, like went past Gilman and, all these other little cuts that were like, I've been there. Usually I just like drive in off the fucking, 580 freeway, and I dip in and then I dip out, and now I'm just like driving past every one of them on the other side, like looking at it like, oh wow, like that's really weird. So a little bit of that action going on, got some nostalgia out of that. I was tripping because at some point, I felt a little bit lost and I was like unsure. I was like, am I sure I'm going the right way? Like I've got to be going the right way. And then I saw that one spot and it clicked. I was like, I'm not lost. I know where I am. Yay! Like, you have that moment. Like, shit. uh, I did that. Luckily, on my way to work a few weeks ago, I left super early, but I rode the right bus in the wrong direction, and I ended up on the other side by like Pinole or something. And I just out there, and the bus driver knew too. She was looking at me. She was like, and when I got on the second time, she was like, "Do you know where you're going this time?" And I was like, "Yes, I do." But I had to like ride to the other end of the line and sit there for a minute, like. Oh, the things we go through, the things we put ourselves through. We don't know what we don't know. That's why we're here to find out. We're here to fuck around and find out. And I also overcame that urge to be like really, really mad. Because, yeah, I was fucking upset. I'm down here. I've just spent, most of my day going to and fro this place on the fucking public transit, having to deal with all the shit that goes along with that, right? But I'm standing there like, this can't be happening. And I told the lady, I was like, this isn't right. We're going to document this, right? And she was like, oh, yeah. I was like, okay, cool. Same page. Thank you. I'm like, thank you. I probably didn't say it that harshly, but I was like, I walked out of there and I wanted to break some shit. I was livid. I wanted to go out. I wanted to fucking, but I didn't. I didn't do any of that. I did go get a beer. Went and had a beer and I sat down and I drank the beer. And then I went out and I found out where my bus stop was. I got on the bus, which was like right there. So it was like perfect fucking timing. And started riding. And I didn't stop riding until I got back here and did not freak out. Did not freak out. I didn't even cry. I cried quite a bit this morning though, so that might be why. But um, and so I'm not mad. And so I was like, okay. So as I was, getting set up to talk a bunch of shit about my kid's mom on the stream, like I always do. No, I don't. I know they always accuse me of this shit. I don't do this shit. But I thought it'd be a good exercise to actually, and I was recalling the things that I liked about her. What did I, actually see in this person? There are a lot of good qualities there. There are a lot of good qualities there. She's got great personality, very witty. I love her sense of humor. We got very similar there. A bit snarky. Great cook. Love her cooking. I've always been lucky in that department. I'm always well fed with every woman that I've been with long term. They're like, they love to cook. I love to cook. And see, like when I'm by myself, I feed myself like fucking trash, But when I'm in a relationship, like we cook for each other and it's a sharing thing and like usually eat really fucking good. So I've been lucky with that. But yeah, she does that well. And she's got great taste in music for the most part. There's some things we strongly disagree on. I think it's because we agree on most music so much that the music that we strongly disagree on is like, what the fuck? How can you even listen to this? Like, And that's me, usually. Of course, I have my artist that she did that about too, I guess. So that went both ways. Yeah, for sure, for sure. But like as far as the greats go, she did have great taste in music. She's a pretty decent driver. Not as good as me, but she's decent. Um, yeah. What else? What else can I think of? She's tough. She's tough. I like that. She's a good mom. I mean, we disagree on some pretty big issues, but all in all, she's a good mom. It's not anything like take the kid or anything like that. Like I don't want that. My son is well off with her. He just needs to have time with me too. Like she needs to fucking share, and that's like my biggest complaint right now. And whatever, it's whatever. And yeah, but she's got some personal issues to work on. I think down the road she's probably gonna look back at some of this and fucking probably not feel so great about it. One of those people refuses to go to therapy. Okay, now I can stop talking, but you know what I mean. So, but I like a lot of things. But she had some really good qualities, and it's like okay, there were legit reasons I was with that person, and even legit reasons. Well, okay, our pregnancy was not so much planned, but tried to make the best of it. And so is what it is, I guess. But um, yeah. But now I've got no choice. I mean, I'm in this fucking pickle, right? I'm in a pickle. If I don't take serious legal action, right, this is all snowballing in a negative direction for me, right? The court's not going to give a shit about all the shit she's done to me if I don't go in there and file paperwork. As long as she's not doing it, the ball's in my fucking court. Like, the ball's on my side, however the fucking saying goes. So now I've got like this big ass stack of paperwork. Half of it's filled out, half of it isn't. I don't even know what the fuck I'm supposed to file at this point, and it's just uber ridiculous. And I really need a fucking lawyer. So if there are any fucking lawyers out there, I can't afford you, but I could, I don't know, make a payment arrangement maybe or something. I don't know. If he's willing to work on some super hard family law case in California for free, that'd be amazing. But I'm not, holding my breath at this point. But put it out there in the universe and see what comes back. Business is business. You gotta take care of business every day, every way. It's all right, and working overtime. However that shit pans out. So I've got a secondary list of things to do on my primary list of things to do, which is like, okay, well, I could probably do some of this tomorrow, and definitely have to accomplish some things around here. Things are getting stagnant around here. Stuff is all kind of cluttering up, and I need to find some system of organization that works. I'm at home in my space, but I haven't been here too much, so things just kind of pile up. Frequent problem in my life, so try to get something like this. Yeah, I don't know. I know my mom was working on trying to help me with some furniture, and so I asked her, like, I have fucking clothes everywhere. I've got like this hanger rack with a couple tiers on it, but I need more hangers. I could actually like probably stand and just hang more shit on it right now, but I'm like, what's the point? But really, like I need like some type of wardrobe or a dresser for my clothes because half of my clothes are still up there at her house, and the ones that are down here, like I've got a bunch of clothes stuffed in a cardboard box. I've got some shit hanging up here. I've got a suitcase full of clothes here, full fucking suitcase, and then my dirty laundry because my laundry hamper is up at my mom's house as well. So my dirty laundry is just in a heap on the floor. So that all makes a lot of sense. Uh, but I'm still happy to be home. You know, only for a day or so, and then maybe we'll accomplish something else that helps aid in transportation, so I can come home more often. That's always a good goal to have. My tomato plant is not happy. It's probably not getting enough direct sunlight in the windowsill here. So it'd have to be like really low light plants, I guess. So I'm gonna try and put it outside tomorrow and see if I can nurse it back to health, or I'll just kill another one. Just keep killing stuff. You know, I'm proficient at killing things. Kill all kinds of stuff. Plants, bugs, bees, babies. No, we're killing babies. In a stream I had done a while ago, I said to the effect it's in my notes still. I think I still have that note because I save a good deal of my notes these days. Most of the writing I do is note taking, apparently, which is weird. I won't even get into that, but yeah, the world could always get colder. Getting a lot of uh, sympathy back from folks around me, people out and about in the world that I interact with, and trying not to take that for granted, and just remain as positive as I can in the face of whatever circumstances I'm facing, because everybody's facing circumstances, man. And that helps you be a more grounded and cool individual. And I want to be like cool like the Fonz, man. You know, Mr. Cool Guy. I didn't check to see what was going on. I just got here, got a bit of battery life on my phone, and sat down. So I haven't even changed out of my uniform. Uh, but I suppose I will go do that some point in the near future here. Um, and probably just try to wind down and have a chill night. Um, yeah, man, it's frustrating not having the hotspot to stream with. So I don't know what I'm going to do about tomorrow. I mean, I could just have like a regular ass open room with my phone and see how that goes. We just won't be able to do. Well, I mean, other people can share in the room. I just won't be able to share like content for us to fucking review or anything like that. But we could just do open chat too. So supposed to go play with my band, but I really can't fucking afford it. I definitely can't afford to miss my train again because that was a big financial hit, and now I didn't work any overtime this week. So see, that's the thing. I fucking spent money going down there. I got offered a shift today. I could have been fucking working, right? And this fucking bitch fucking flakes on me. I'm sorry. I hate to use that type of language, but she knows what the fuck she's doing. She knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. She put me off the last week. That was why it was scheduled for this week, because I tried to get it last weekend. And she was do. I was like, okay. And she says, well, you don't get every week. You get every other week. And I'm like, it doesn't even say that specifically. It just says fucking to coordinate our fucking schedule. It doesn't even say specifically I'm supposed to get a certain number of visits, and then the case is supposed to be revisited in court, right? So I accomplish the shit I'm supposed to do on my end, which I am, and then I get a certain number of visits, and then we go back to court to reconsider the fucking thing. And she's the one playing that out by not letting me have the visits. You see how that works, right? So she can just make up any excuse she wants because there's no like set days or schedule for it. And we're just supposed to work amongst ourselves. And if she's unfucking reasonable because she only has one day that she's willing to do, and it may or may not be once or twice a month, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, what the fuck? So I've had 2 visits since then. It's amazing. Like, it's amazing. And she could just throw a wrench in the gears and she's just going to get away with it. They're not going to do anything about it. They're just going to, I don't know. I don't know. The system has failed. It's 8:42 p.m. I'm in San Pablo, California, at my home. Smoking a fucking doobie, man. Yeah, no, after that, I drank that beer. I got to the, so while I was on the bus, I've never done this before. I was going to try to roll a doobie on the bus. I was like, no, that's not smart. But I actually put the weed in a cigarette pack. Got out my scissors. I ended up breaking down and using the scissors. Still have to clean them, and chopping up my weed. So when I got off the bus there at the Hayward BART station, I fucking just dumped it in a paper and fucking split it up real quick and fucking burned it. And that one was pretty fat. I didn't realize how much it was until I dumped it out, and I was like, well, it's done now. Like I'm spilling it on the ground. Got to get as much in there as possible. And it was pretty fat, but I needed that, so I got fucking baked for that ride. So this one's medium size. It's good with the little infusion there. I don't know how much it's doing, but I'm getting kind of to that point that Sammy was talking about. I don't know if I can get much higher right now, man. Plus, I still gotta try to get some shit accomplished around here. Which is why I'm fucking live streaming to an audience of none. No, I did see some people have popped in, but I assume there's probably something else going on right now that I'm unaware of. Yeah, totally understandable. Also, people have been like spending, I don't know, ungodly amounts of time at my channel lately. It's weird. My viewership actually went up, but I mean, generally, I guess it's kind of understandable. I mean, I know I've had people like, pop culture curator showing the channel, and I've been over there trying to you know, support as well. We're just doing that back and forth thing, and we're kind of in the same area here. So, that may be one of those, collabs. I don't know. I know he's dealing with his health issues. If that improves, maybe we could, meet up um, in person, as they say. People get weird when you say that online. I'm like, no, dude, I'm not like fucking trying to be butt buddies. I don't know, whatever you do. You probably, I don't think they drink, but meet up for a coffee, or fucking donut or something. Oh wait, is that cops and security guards? Are those the only people who enjoy coffee and donuts? I'm actually not a big fan of donuts. My ex was a huge fan of donuts. Every once in a while, I'd be like, yeah, okay. I mean, I indulge in a donut. They're all right. It's just not my favorite thing. I'm not huge on sweets, I don't know what it is, but, but coffee, yeah, yeah, definitely coffee. I prefer like coffee in a bear claw. Yeah. I'm more of a bear claw kind of guy, which I guess, it's kind of, it's a pastry, they both have their pastriness, right? Yeah, man. I don't know. You have so much fucking like weird impersonal interaction when you're out, especially on the train. I don't know, like the train's worse than the bus because on the train you have people actually facing each other. Like on the bus, everybody's fucking face to back, just like whatever, you know. But on the train, like fucking, like when everybody's facing each other, I don't know, it's weird. Like I see people, like I saw this woman, and she got on, and like I smiled at her, and she didn't really smile back at me, but she like seemed to like acknowledge me a little bit as we were getting on the train. And there was this other guy who was walking up at the same time, and I was like approaching from one end of the platform, and he was from the other, and I was in the middle. And dude was like fucking, I don't know, on one fucking, he was dragging a chair across like a wooden chair with his stuff on it, like whoosh, dragging it across. And then I come up, stroll up with my backpack, my leather jacket, like, okay, get on. And so I noticed immediately we were standing like by the same door, and she walked like over to the other side and like got on at the far end of the same car. And me and dude got on at the one end, but then dude like beelined it and got like halfway across the car and put his stuff down. And I just kind of stayed where I was in the doorway. I was checking out the map, and then the train started going. She sat down like in the far corner, and so I'm just standing there checking out the map, and thinking to myself about shit, and then fucking like I look over and I notice the dude had like left his stuff over like in some seats on the other side of the like in the middle of the car, but he had walked over and was talking to her and like leaning in on her, and then he sat down across from her, and I couldn't tell if she was cool with it, and it looked like she kept looking at me, and then I'm like all the way on the other end of the car, and I'm like glancing over. I'm trying not to stare, but I'm like, something's weird about this interaction, right? And then so I go back about my business, and then finally I look back over, and when I look back over, now dude keeps turning his head, and he's looking back at me, but he's still talking to her, and her facial expression was like disinterested. She kept looking away from him, and I was like, pretty sure she's like trying to tell this dude to fuck off away from her, but he just keeps talking and talking. And then after a couple minutes, like, she smiled, put on a smile and whatever, something, something, and went back on again. She said a few things back to him. So I was like, okay, I just fucking, kind of went about my business, again, like that. I moved around, shifted spaces, and, you know, and was doing other things. And then I looked back at the last, and it was weird. Like right as I was getting off the train, I thought she was gonna go and get off the train too, but she got up and she clearly like walked all the way across the car by me, but I was walking off, and dude went and sat back down, and but she went to another train car, and I'm pretty sure it was just like fucking avoid talking to this dude. Like she just, because there's no other reason. Like if you're getting off the train, like where would she go? There are no fucking bathrooms in there, like So I think she like literally was like, "All right, I'm getting up and I'm walking the fuck out of here right now." So I don't know. It was like my first instinct. I was like, but then like I feel comfortable doing that when I'm at work. Like I just walk up and be like, "Hey, stop bothering that person." But when I'm not at work, I'm like, am I just gonna walk up and be like, "Hey, dude, I don't think this chick wants to talk to you, bro." Like, I'm reading fucking body language from fucking way over here. Like, I'm pretty sure she wants you to fuck off, man. And so that happened. But what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Maybe I completely misread this whole situation. I'm just overanalyzing it. But that was what I read out of the fucking situation. I don't know. Be cool, man. I'm glad I made it home when I did. The wind was starting to pick up. It's getting chilly out tonight. So, and I was not dressed for it. I was not fucking bundle up, and I have fucking flippy floppies on, So that's how fucking prepared I was today. But I was like, I'm just gonna be sitting my ass on a fucking train or a bus most of the day, anyways. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Can't do shit. I was thinking about too. That was the other thing I liked about my son's mom. She got along with most of my friends. There are a couple of my friends she didn't get along with so good, but most of my friends, she could hang out with the guys. And my best friend, who passed away last year, uh, you know, they were like fucking really tight, like fucking for a while, like, and then they ended up having a falling out. But for a long time, they were like, you know, as almost as he and I had the bro thing going on. So it was always like, I would never fucking go behind your back with her, bro. And I was like, I know, you have to say that. But then I like questioned later, and I was like, maybe they did. But fuck that, whatever. Who cares? I don't even give a shit. I don't even give a shit. The point being though, they would like fucking like they would get drunk and fucking wrestle and shit in our living room, and I'd be like, what the fuck? I'm gonna fucking get the fuck out of here. That shit. But whatever. I just fucking round the kids up, put them over on the couch or something. That was pretty good quality. But she ended up dicking up on that guy and a bunch of other people too, and me. So, yeah. When in doubt, cut everybody off. I don't know. I don't think that's a good strategy. See, when people do that, it's always like a red flag to me. But I don't know. What do I know? She's also, a lot better at making new friends, I guess. But in reality, I think, well, I guess I should stop talking on that. I'm making new friends, talking to people and stuff, I guess, or whatever, sometimes a little bit. It's taking me forever to finish this joint, though, isn't it? Like, I lit this thing when we started. It's been a half an hour. Am I just fucking talking, 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 talking? Yeah. It's me speaking my truth into the world. So yeah, I figured I'd just tell the story, try to get it out there. It's good. It's therapeutic. Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. Advertising causes me therapy. I I filled out that thing. They said that I might get money back from Facebook, man. Like they're suing Facebook, and so they're trying to settle out with me. And I read it on Facebook, so it must be true. But they didn't even ask for my like bank account information or anything like that. So I was like, all right, yeah, cool, man. Problem is, I use my real name on one of my Facebook accounts, but that wasn't the account they sent it to me on. But then it was like the past like 9 years or some shit, and I was like, well, I had two other Facebook accounts before that. One of them was a troll account, so I didn't add that one. But then I was like, okay, well, I had this other account before, and now I can't use my fucking stage name anymore because y'all, I don't know, fucking did some weird shit with that, right? So, and then I have my other new account, and then I have my new account. So like I have all three of these accounts over a period of years. So now I don't know. I don't know if I can still sue them, if they're gonna like restrict my account or take one of them down. I don't know. They're gonna take down the one that doesn't match my driver's license. Is that how that works? Anyway, they might give me money. Who knows? I know they've done me a lot of harm, and I deserve their money. Wait, what? Yeah. So I can get, what I can accomplish around here, which isn't much, but it's something. And try again some more. On to other things. Well, yeah. Well, I'm still a little down. Trying not to be. Trying to figure out what I'm going to do. So I guess I'll go probably, I don't know, watch some streams or something. All right. Peace be upon you. Uh, be well. Be kind. Be trusty. And, try to have a good evening. I'll try to do the same usually sometimes. You know, sometimes I try to have a really bad evening. Just want to destroy the world. No, no, we won't do that. We won't burn anything down tonight. I'll just hang out. Guess who's coming to dinner? All right.